And handy, as I said, just maybe let it be around your neck for now. And then squeeze it with your shoulders, big moves, step it out a little bit, wider stance, squeeze and open, roll the shoulders forward, squeeze them up, give me a little opening through that chest, squeezing those shoulder blades together, nice big movements. You can start to get the body into it, bending those knees and then lifting up. And again, opening up, and then one more time like that. And then we're going to grab the band, and we just want to let it help us do that movement. So not a super tight grip. We're going to roll it forward, press out a little bit, lift up, press out a little more, and squeeze back, squeeze even more. Beautiful. And then exhale, roll it forward, starting to open those arms a little bit, opening them more, and then really giving them a squeeze as you get to the back. And then we'll come up and over again, rounding, whoops, squeezing and pulling down like you're doing a lat pull. And then if you can, flip it behind you. If not, just move it behind you. And then we're just going to extend those arms. We're going to lift them out to the side. Give yourself a little less tension. Bring those arms up wide. Bring it down and then roll it down. And then we're going to go up, around. See if you can flip your arms. It's a big stretch for the shoulders. If it doesn't work, just, modify it. And then one more time, up and around, down and up and around and open. Shoulder rolls. Let's bring those bands behind us. Bring them up behind your armpits and have a little bit of tension as you stand here. Let's bend those knees. We're going to lift the arms out and lift them up, right, like that. And then we're going to add on a little demi-plie here. So sit down into it. Keep your chest tall, right? So even though you're sitting down into it, you're trying not to hinge forward like that, right? So keep your eye on yourself in the camera. Sitting down into it, bending those knees, pressing up, a little bit of front of the shoulder work here. Just a couple more. Last time, sit it down, lift those arms, stretch them straight, and just give me a tiny lift, tiny lift, tiny lift, tiny lift, tiny lift, tiny lift, and relax all that. Once again, you can just kind of drape that around, little opening here for that shoulder that you just worked. Other arm, same thing, flex through the heel of your hand, and then both arms stretch open, drop the shoulders, open the palms. All right, this time we're going to bring that band down to the floor. We're going to step into it with both feet, trying to have kind of equal tension. Bend your knees. Support yourself, cat. Support yourself, cow. Two more like that, cat and cow. From that cow position, pull the abs in to support your low back. We're just going to do work for those rear posture muscles, your rhomboids, your rear deltoid, the muscles that lay on your shoulder blades. If you want a little more action, turn your palms to face you and open that way. Otherwise, bend your elbows, but squeeze the shoulder blades together. Just a few more. You should pretty much feel these sort of quickly. All of those are small muscles. And last time, lift it up, bring the arms out to the side, and then bring it behind you and straight lift. Little bit of tricep, a little bit of rear deltoid again, just a few more. Not a big deal here. Pressing back, pressing back, pressing back. Hey, buddy. Welcome, Wyatt. They haven't seen you for a while, buddy. Good boy. Last two. And last one. Woo, shake that out. Once more, put that band around your neck. We're going to roll those shoulders forward. Feel a stretch behind your shoulder blades, curling. Then lift it up, take your left hand to your left shoulder, pull it back. Bring that hand to center, and then to the right, and shake that out. Right hand comes down to the same shoulder. bring it to center, and bring it to the other side, and then shake all that out. Last couple things we'll do standing will involve that lower body just a little bit. So we're gonna step into that band. Let's step in with our right foot and bring the band into your opposite hand, left hand. Step, take a big step with your left leg and give me a bicep curl. And then hold the arm down. Now lunge into that leg, roll up on those back toes, turn your toes in and your heel out, and lift, and lift, and lift. And then those two things together, bicep curl, leg lift. If you want, you can bring it out on a little bit of an angle, leading with that right heel. Lean into that left leg. And then hold it up this time. See if you can take both and hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then all you're going to do is move that band into your same hand, right leg. Bigger lunge into that left arm, left leg. Again, bicep curl. Or if you wanted, you could go straight arm forward. Back leg is going to lift and come up and down. And then we put those two things together. As the leg lifts, the arm presses away. A little bit of balance happening on that left leg. And bring it up. Woo, and bring it down. All right, keep the band in your right hand, but step in with your left foot. You're gonna lunge into that right leg. Couple bicep curls. Turn your left toes in, couple lifts. And then put those two things together. Lunging into that right leg. And then we hold. And then we'll grab that same hand, same leg. So left leg, left hand. Deeper lunge into that right leg. Arm straight forward or bicep curl, front of the shoulder or bicep, leg up, and then those two things together. And then let's hold them both and relax. Woo, that was a lot of love for that. Band around your neck. Let's take your right leg over the left, arms to the left, hips to the right, stretch it out. Pivot just a quarter of the way, bend those knees, roll through cat, inhale through cow, extend that spine, open it up, right arm comes up to lift you up, and then left leg across the right. Hips go to the left, arms to the right, little pivot, bend the knees, support yourself, curl in your cat, extend in your cow, left arm up, 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 and bring yourself up. All right, and we are just headed all the way down to the ground. Go ahead and sit down toward the front of your mat. Knees are bent. Probably start with that band folded in half for a little more support. Bring it around behind you. Palms are facing you. Exhale, give yourself a hinge back into a roll down position, but since you're being supported here, make it really good. Welcome back, Wyatt, and then pull yourself up. So I'm using my biceps to help because apparently I can't lie all the way down because there's a cap there. We curl up and extend back. And we curl up and extend back. Now you can start making this a little more aggressive, right? You can make it a roll up, but remember your knees are bent, keeping that band behind you so it doesn't fly into your face. So it might just still be that partial roll down with a hold, or it might be that full roll up. We just have two more, whichever one you're doing. And then next time you come up, you're gonna stay there. We're gonna move that band. We're gonna go ahead and keep it doubled up. That's a little bit of extra tension, but we'll see how we can do here. Shoulders out of your ears, give me a very small hinge back. So make sure you're not so far back that you've rounded. So sit up tall, rotate toward me and take that back arm and press it down, back to center. Press down with the lead arm, press down and up, press down and up. So you're rotating to the same side. Couple more here. Beautiful, back through center, and we go the other way. Two more. And come back, wrap that band around behind your hamstrings, walk yourself back and either let the legs lift up or roll down and then let them lift up. Give yourself a tug on each side to rock side to side. So I'm just pulling on that band to get a nice stretch here. Hey, thank you. And then we pull that band in front of us across our shins, deepen that stretch. I wasn't doing anything, Mommy. I'm an innocent child. All right, and then while you're down there, we're gonna take that loop and put it across the top of our right foot, right? So the fold is across the top of the right foot. And then I'm gonna cross the band behind, and now I've engaged safely that right leg. And then I'm gonna bring that into my right hand. I'm gonna let my shoulder blade lift up. And then I'm gonna use my shoulder muscles to pull back. Lift up, pull back. So getting that little bit of shoulder retraction, good reminder for our posture. Two more times. And then bring that shoulder blade down, keep it on the ground, point your right toe, start a tiny circle, and go the other way. You inhale to start your circle, you exhale to finish it. When you're ready, get a little more aggressive, make those circles bigger. It's a bit easier when we're using the band to do our leg circles. And then finally, if you want, straighten out that left leg, flex through that left heel. And again, you can make those circles as big as you want, but you are trying to keep that right shoulder down. It's going to want to lift up, so think about tucking it underneath you, keeping the hips nice and quiet. Big circles, abs in, tailbone elongated. Good, one more big circle, lift it up, let that leg go down for a moment, take a moment, let go of the band and see if maybe that leg actually feels kind of lively. All right, you're gonna bend that right knee, slide that loop off of that right foot and bring it onto the left foot. Or just start over. All right, and then that comes into your left hand. And again, we're just gonna start with that shoulder retraction, right? So we pull the left shoulder down and up, straight arm, pulling the shoulder blade muscles. Two more times. And then we'll start those little circles in one direction. Inhaling to start your circle, exhaling to finish. Reverse every time. Feel free to enlarge your circles and stretch your right leg on the ground. And then lower that leg and take a quick break. Then you're going to bend both knees in, detangle that band for me, please. Double it up. And bring that across your hips. So one hand is going to go through that fold. And then the other hand is gonna hold the tail of the band and bring it down beside you across your hips. Deep breath in, find a tuck in your hips, a tip in your hips, and then neutral as you lift up in your bridge. Bring those hands off the ground and then press them down and up, down and up. Pump them like you're doing the 100. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shoulder blades back and down. And relax for a moment. This time, you're gonna make sure that all 10 fingertips stay on the ground. Your wrists don't pike up like that. Your elbows and your triceps and your shoulders stay down, but you're gonna lift your hips up against the band. And then you're gonna lift them a little higher and a little higher and press and press and press and press. Keep pushing, press, press. And bring it down. We're gonna put those two things together. So we're gonna lift our hips, let the hands come up, press the hands down as the hips go higher. Hands down, hips up, hands and hips, press and pull. Feel those glutes. And relax. Once again, we'll take that doubled up band across the shins, give it a nice tug, let it rock side to side, loosening up that low back. And then feet go on the ground, arms stretch and reach overhead. Just let your ribs pop up for a moment. Deep breath in. Exhale, sink those ribs down. Float the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground in this extended position. And then pulse out on your band. Pulse, 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 pulse. Exhale, bring it down. If you can, keep your arms overhead. If that's uncomfortable, you're going to bring your arms down as you exhale. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. Inhale, arms reach. Pulse, 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 pulse. And then come down this way or with arms overhead. Lift it up. Arms overhead. Pulse, pulse, pulse. And then we're going to keep that going, but we're just going to add on just a little bit. So next time you come up, you'll also stack those legs tabletop. And then arms and legs extend. We open, 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 open. Exhale, tap to your shins. So double leg stretch it becomes. And tap. And reach, 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 and tap. And reach, 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 and tap. And stretch, 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 stretch. Keep going. Two more. And quick little break, hug those in. Legs in tabletop, arms right above you this time. If that's okay with you, we're gonna go into toe touches, ribs in, back of the neck is long. Single leg toe touch if you want. Heel flex if you prefer. Double leg if you want more. And last option, arms come further overhead, creating extra challenge to keep those ribs flat, but you find what works for you. And you're gonna bring your legs in. You're gonna bring the band across the tops of both feet and then around behind. So it comes through the arches, should look like that. And then once again, I'm gonna get my shoulder blades on the ground. My elbows can stay bent, but try to get these shoulders back and down as you point your toes and go into double leg lower. Now, if that feels like a little bit too much on your low back, you can bend it again. It becomes toe touch with a great deal of assistance, right? Maybe really test yourself on this and see, gosh, how far can my legs actually go without my low back lifting up? Couple more. Next time you come up, walk your hands way up your band, as if you're trying to reach for your ankles. So you have a lot of tension here, because we're gonna rock, right? So deep breath in, exhale, belly button to your spine, rock up, hold for a moment. Maybe you can lift yourself up because the band will assist you, and then rock back. So we're gonna rock up, inhale, hold at the top, rock it back. Inhale, top, exhale, rock it back. Now I'm gonna start to bring my legs apart. If you want, you can flip your hands so that when you come up, you could lift up like that. Open leg rocker, basically. Couple more here. Last time, we're gonna meet here. We're gonna try and find that balance. We're gonna try and find that lift through our spine, and then bend the knees, keep the band how it is. Woo, sit tall, widen those legs, give me just a rowing motion. One more reminder of those posture muscles. And then row back and hinge forward in your spine stretch. And then we'll release that band. All right, everybody's favorite with the bands, ha ha ha. Next to favorite, plan. So fold your band in half and turn your knees toward me. Take the folded band, fold it into the band underneath your bottom leg so that your top hand can grab that fold. And then come down and grab pretty close to your thigh with that top hand. So you're in that plan position, you're gonna lie down, stack those knees, waistline off the ground, press up against the band. And we're not coming up and down, we're just gonna press up and come just enough to release a little tension. Press up and release a little, press up, press up. Good. We're going to close. We're going to pivot the heels together, toes open. We're going to open the top leg and we'll push open again. So it's like a little pulse. And then finally, we'll drop the knees down, lift the heels open, and then push open from there. Ouch. That should be good enough to really engage that top hip. And then we'll do it all again on the other side. So again, you want to have the folded part of your band come under you so that you can reach it with your top hand, create a lot of tension as you grab, waistline off the ground, and we lift straight up. I forgot to say, you're keeping your hand on the ground. Essential part there. Heels together, toes apart, pivot open and stay open as you push open. Hand stays down or knuckling down as I say. Good, knees together, heels in the air, pivot open. Two more. And relax. Hopefully we felt those in that hip. We're going to come over onto our abs and we're going to bring that folded band out in front of us. Hands holding on to it. Toes on the ground, toenails stay down, kneecaps lift. Keep your hands on the ground. Deep breath in. Exhale, belly button to the spine, kneecaps lift, just to lift your upper body just a little bit. And now the challenge is, can you lift your arms and press out and then come down? Inhale. Exhale, knees, belly button lift, upper body lifts. Inhale, lift, stretch your arms. And exhale down, deep breath in. Exhale, lift, stretch, reach. And down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. Inhale, stretch and reach. You're trying to get your hands high enough so they're not in your vision. Couple more here. Last time, relax. You're gonna bring those bands across your sacrum. We can keep them doubled up. Palm is facing the ceiling, unless you have a really tight band. Palm is facing the ceiling and you're holding the bands there. You'll notice your shoulders have rolled forward. So the first thing we want to do is lift the shoulders, let them drop, lift them up, let them drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, leave them lifted. Stretch to your fingers. Exhale, put your belly button in, lift your upper body, and then rotate your palms toward each other as you stretch those fingers further down your leg. Exhale down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift belly button, kneecaps, upper back. Rotate your hands toward each other as you reach your fingers longer. Just two more here. Last one, we'll hold it up, we'll stretch, reach, lift, and then we're gonna press back and relax in your shell stretch. Arms in front or by your sides. You can make fists to give yourself a little extra space. As we come forward, we're going to walk our hands forward and to the right so we can undulate through that cow cap on this little angle. And then let's go the other way, over to the left, undulate. Beautiful. All right, as we come back through center, let's take that band single, not doubled anymore, behind our armpits. Bring your elbows to your sides and make sure you have some tension on the band as you make your way down into your pre-plank position, right? So pinkies are on the ground, everything else is lifted. Hips are lifted, well, not everything else. Hips are lifted, knees and toes are on the ground, but you're not sagging and you're not booty back, right? So you push against the band, push against the band, push against the band. My hips move, but only because my shoulder blade area is moving. Roll onto the tops of your thighs if you want a different challenge, and push, and push, and push. And of course, if you want that straight-legged challenge, tuck your toes, lift up and press, and press, and press. And again, you're really pushing through that shoulder blade area. Your hips might lift and lower, but as I said, because of what you're doing through your shoulders. And then relax all the way down. Why don't you windshield wiper your legs? Get a little loosening. And then when you come up, take your band in between your right big toe and your second toe. Hopefully they won't cramp. And then roll onto your knees and bring that band across your left shoulder. So it's right foot, left shoulder. And then you're going to come down onto all fours and stretch your right leg long. Make sure you have a little tension as you lift and lower that right leg. Little spinal extension. If you want to add on, add a little tension, lift that left arm at the same time, and tap and lift. So again, getting a little spinal extension, you want to feel it even more. You just keep tightening that band. Head in line with your spine, abs pulled in, neutral spine, almost there, and relax. We'll stretch those toes in a minute, I promise, but let's go ahead and do the same thing. Band goes between your left big toe and your second toe. Give it a good squeeze, come up on your knees, bring the band across your right shoulder. So opposite shoulder, create some tension, come down, stretch out that left leg, and again, lift and lower. If you want to add that right arm, hold or lift and lower. If you want more, you keep choking up on that band. And relax. All right. Take your right toes, tuck them underneath you like you're doing, getting ready to do a hurdle, or not run out of the blocks. There we go. Press that right heel, push, push, push. Feel that stretch, roll up on those toes, press back down again, and then flip the toes the other way and drop. And then weight on your right knee, left toes come underneath you, but keep pressing back, pushing down with that left heel, rocking and rolling those heels up and down a little bit, roll forward and back, and then flip your toes the other way. All right, and then we're gonna make our way all the way back over to a seated position. I'm gonna lasso those, how are we gonna do this? Sorry, we're gonna do this in stages, my mistake. So let's go back to that first option where we had the band doubled up and it was behind our thighs, and we're gonna roll all the way down. So here we are lying down. First option, exhale, bend your elbows, lift yourself part of the way up, and then reach through those arms so you're not supporting yourself anymore. And then grab the hammies again and exhale, roll down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift yourself up. Inhale, stretch those arms. And then exhale, bring yourself down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, help yourself up. Inhale, reach through those arms. Exhale, help yourself down. One more like that. Exhale, help yourself up. Inhale, stretch those arms. Exhale, bring it down. All right, next level. This is where you're going to lasso those legs, only if, you know, this is going to work for you. So it goes across the tops of both feet and then around behind the arches. And then this time, I'm going to keep my legs in tabletop. I have to choke my hands up really close to my ankles or this isn't going to work. This isn't about the knees coming in and out. Remember we rocked earlier? This is not the rocking. So you're going to pull yourself up, find out where you can be, hold for the inhale, exhale down. Exhale, lift, inhale, hold, exhale down, inhale, prepare. A little more challenge, extend those legs out. Actually gets easier, sorry. Point those toes out on an angle, exhale, lift, and see if you can come all the way up without those legs moving too much. Inhale at the top, exhale, roll back down again, inhale at the bottom, exhale, lift up. Go back to one of the previous levels if this is not working for you. And then let's all try to be here. And you may be able to lift and lower your legs without moving your torso. Then you're going to bend those knees, feet on the ground. So earlier we did the rock, and the rock meant that my legs hurtled forward and that lifted up my chest, and then my chest leaned back and that brought my legs back. This, of course, is the opposite. It's our teaser. So we start from a dead stop, deep breath in, exhale, belly button to the spine, arms and legs both lift. We're going to try and come up in that V, that teaser position, lift, hold, and then exhale everything down. Now you're not going to do that if you have osteoporosis, spinal stenosis, low back issues, anything that feels like this wouldn't be a good idea. You can go back, we have 4 previous versions, go back to one of those. And then we're all going to come up however we need to and just try and hold the balance. Again, the closer you walk your hands to your legs, the more you can lift your legs, the more you might take that roundness out of your upper body. Find that balance and then bend those knees. Ooh, that one is such a challenge. Okay. Band off to the side for just a moment, one leg in each hand. Take a little rock side to side, stack those knees, and let them drop to the left. Bring your right arm up and over, tap your left hand, and then open that right arm. Lift your right leg up, left leg follows, let the knees drop to the right. And that left arm is going to come up and over, and open to the left. And then we'll do knee up, drop to the left, hand across, right hand across, open it up, right leg up, left leg follows, drop to the right, left arm up and over, and back through center, and knees stay, and feet come down. We're going to lasso our right foot. If you're able and it feels safe enough for you, You're gonna put your foot in that band in a parallel position so it goes the length of the band. And then all of that band goes in your right hand, and you're gonna try to take a little extra tension at the front of the band and pull the toes back and then grab it. So you're getting a big stretch across that foot. Notice if your right shoulder lifted up, put that back down. And then push the ball of the foot to the sky and then push the toes up. And then pull the toes back and the ball of the foot back and the heel up. So we're gonna go ball of the foot, toes press up and bring them back. And then we're gonna turn pigeon-toed and do that same movement. Ball of the foot pushes to the ceiling, toes push, then they come back, heel goes up, and we're gonna rotate the heel in and the toes out. And we're gonna push the ball of the foot and then the toe up. We're gonna pull the toes back and the ball of the foot back and the heel back. I'm gonna loosen my grip a little bit so my right elbow can rest on the ground and that right leg can hang in space, giving me a beautiful inner thigh stretch as well as hamstring. Notice if your left hip came off the ground, can you encourage it back down? Then grab that band with your left hand, straighten out your left leg, flex through that right heel and let it move just a little to the left to get a beautiful stretch on that IT band. And then back to center we go. We're gonna bend that right knee and try and get the ribs and thighs to touch. And again, we're pulling back on those toes. I'm just gonna press and pull a couple times. And then we're gonna flex that heel and trying to keep the band where it is. See if you can press the heel to the sky for a very intense hamstring stretch. You could even bend the elbows and lift yourself up to that. And then you're gonna slide the band and let that leg come down. And that should feel really good on that right side. So go ahead, move the band away, cross that right knee over right away into a twist. And then bring it back through center, cross it over your left leg, grab, create a thread the needle stretch, hug that left thigh in, push that right knee open, maybe get some movement through that left leg, the same kind of movement that we'll get in just a moment in that ankle. And then bend that left knee, and we're gonna cross the right leg all the way over and reach for that left shin. Take a little rock side to side, pull the knees closer and let them move away. And then pull them in and left until you feel that delicious right hip stretch. And you're welcome to stay there or twist to the left. Back through center, untangle. All right, this time you're gonna put that left foot parallel with the band, if that's okay with you. If that feels unsafe, you're gonna lasso it in that safe way that we've already done before. You're gonna pull extra on the front of the band, so your toes are pulled back to face you, left shoulder blade on the ground. Push the ball of the foot and the toes to the ceiling, toes come back, ball the foot back. Press them up, bring them back and turn them out. Heel in, toes out, push up with the ball of the foot and then the toes. Bring that all back and then turn pigeon-toed. And push the ball of the foot and the toes up. And then come back to center. Loosen up a little bit so your left elbow can rest on the ground so that leg can hang in space. Hamstring in, inner thigh stretch. If your right hip is lifted up, try and encourage it down. As we come back to center, that right leg straightens out, left toes turn in and go a little bit over to the right for that IT band stretch. And come back to center, we're gonna bend the knee in and really choke up on that band. We're gonna pull on those toes, pulse forward and back, get that knee into the chest, flex through the heel, and then press that leg for a really deep hamstring stretch. You can even lift yourself up to it. And then loosen as you lower. Let the band go, enjoy that for a moment. Then we're gonna bring that left knee up and over for a twist. And then lay it across the right thigh. Bring that right thigh in, and we'll get movement through that right ankle. Might not feel as delicious as when you had the band on. And then we'll bend that knee, hug everything closer as you cross the left knee. Bend the knees in and to the right and to the left. Let them move away. And then pull them in and to the right and keep encouraging in and to the right. Arms out into a T, twist if you want. You're gonna make your way over on your hands and knees again, please. And hands out front for that undulating cow cat. Hands right underneath you. Let's tuck those toes, lift those hips, pedal out those heels. And then a wide stance as you walk back. Bend your knees a little bit, nod yes and shake no. Hands on your thighs, roll through cat. Inhale through cow. Big deep breath in. Thank y'all.